What is up, boys? It's your boys, Taco Tuesday in the Pill Train. We're coming to town, it's going down, we're coming back around, and you're looking like a clown, sucker.
Pill train.
Pill Train. You've never ridden on the Pill Train?
I can't say I have.
Well, I guess that decides who's who then, doesn't it?
Okay.
What does that make you,
man.
Taco Tuesday?
Yes,
Sweet.
I do
Okay.
partake.
Hey everybody, it's Patrick and John from Obscure Reference. We're back with another Opum One Piece of Our Minds. Chapter 1134 just dropped, and we're greeted with some wonderful color art. Kinda sad we're not getting Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage next volume. But I will live with Giant Robot Frankie smiling at me like that. That's nice.
I do believe this is Oda's little send-off for the voice actor, retiring from the role.
Good call, good call.
They just announced his replacement. I won't go too far into it, but I've got hopes for that. He's not the original, but he'll be good, I think.
Fingers crossed. Let's jump into the chapter. Okay, I don't know how to read, so you gotta do that.
Oh God, it's not even 11 o'clock. I can't read this early. All right, chapter 1134, the Owl Library, and we see Luffy's there, kind of doing the, he's kind of bent over a little bit. His hands out forward, stretched. He says, "Old man Saul, a long time ago, you did a great favor to one of our youngins. Thank you kindly. Begging your pardon."
What?
Everyone's like, "Where and how did you learn that?" Well met, good sir. Who's saying that? Is that Usopp?
That's Luffy.
Oh, okay, all right.
Well
I
met,
thought he was
good sir.
in the hands. I thought that was that's
No,
Robin.
he's
Anyway,
on the ground doing this. What the hell is
that's
happening?
so funny. Well met, good sir. And Robin's like, "This is Luffy," and Saul's like, "There it is, she. Yeah, I know about Luffy. He's famous. So you found him after all, huh, Robin?" "I did, just as you said. I found them, Saul. I found the true friends who will stand up to protect me." And you just see all the Straw Hats except for Luffy being like, "We'll protect you for life." And everyone but Jinbei is crying. Oh, also Zoro's not crying either.
Lilith is notably also there crying,
Where is she?
right next to Nami.
Is that Sanji, you mean?
Yeah, maybe that's Sanji. Maybe he looks like a woman sometimes.
Yeah, it happens.
Okay.
And Luffy's just there. He's like, "I mean, of course." And we're back. Saul's like, "Listen, all you friends of Robin's, thank you for coming all this way to Elbaph. Sorry about the surprise and all. I rehearsed it over and over with my assistant Angie.
Angie?
Years ago, I was in the Navy, so I know what a big deal the four emperors are. Thank you so much for keeping Robin safe. All I can say is, keep it up. Hee, you bet we will." And Lilith jumps up to greet Saul. "Hey, Saul, it's me." "You? Who's you? How are you flying?" "I'm Vegapunk." "Huh?" So, yeah, they do have a pass. Okay. "Is this what you wanted?" "Ah, yes, perfect." And Jinbei's lifting a giant crate that says Vega on it. And Gerd. Her name is Gerd.
Her name is Gerd.
Is there, and she's going to help out. "Oh, allow me. Vegapunk requested that we bring this all the way from Egghead. What's inside?" And Lilith's just like, "Oh, this? Me." Everyone's like, "Huh? A Vegapunk clone? A perfect recreation, not like we satellites. This was the me who came here 20 years ago."
Who says death in One Piece means nothing?
"Who? Tell me." And Robin's like, "Don't you think the government would have been suspicious if this..." Oh, wait, that's probably not Robin. "Don't you think the government would have been suspicious if the Stella had left his lab for months at a time? Anyway, I snuck him out in a vat of biofluid, but I don't have the facility to safely extract him. That's why I tend to settle down here and build a new laboratory." And Bonnie's right there. "Lilith, does that mean you'll be able to make my daddy out better?" "Of course, Bonnie. Yay! If you're really Vegapunk, then I'm delighted to see you again after 20 long years, but I can't wrap my head around it. Why are you a woman?" "Ah, who cares? Who cares? I can explain later." "Mr. Saul, are you done now? Can we go play?" "Oh yeah, sorry about that. Thanks for your help, kids." Just, yeah, you see a couple of kids poking around the tree, just looking at him. Normally, this ring is a playground for the children, so he had to ask them to stay quiet for Mr. Saul's little one-man act. You did all of that, and she saw right through it? Forgive the late introduction. I'm Mr. Saul's assistant, Ange. Owl Library Librarian, Saul's assistant, Ange. Starting to talk down to you like this. We run the best librarian school in Elbaph here.
Yeah.
I can show you around if you... Whoa! This place looks fun! They're already gone! This is where the warriors of Elbaph get their elite training. And yeah, Luffy and Usopp are just gone. They're running.
This is where... How do you know this is where they get their elite training? This is a library. I love that. They are really just kids here.
Yeah.
Literally, literally, it is a child's playground.
And they are smaller than the children. I love it. We get this wide shot of what we learn is the Walrus School. That's the Walrus School, where the children of Elbaph learn. Saul founded it 20 years ago at the behest of the former king. Wow, that looks so neat. So it's basically a warrior training ground, huh? Woo!
Basically.
Basically the same thing. So long, Anjengerd. Show them wherever they want to go. I'm going to give Robin a tour of the library. Let's go, Chopper. I'm more curious about the library. Are all the books huge, too?
Weren't you guys just supposed to grab him and come back for a feast?
Yeah. You know.
Times change.
Brooke's just there. I haven't been in a school in ages. And I'll protect you, Nami. I'm curious about this island's giant tree. And Jinbei's just like, it's huge. Thanks,
Yeah.
Jinbei.
Good job, Jinbei. You noticed.
It is a library. A place for learned people, after all. Yeah, we see a bunch of giant kids now chasing Luffy, Usopp, and Zoro. Pipsqueak humans, catch them and take them prisoner. And Luffy's like, yeah. It's a land of giants. And Zoro's just like, should I slash them?
It's just ready to kill some children.
And Usopp's like, don't even think about it. Yeah, I guess kids are meant to be brats. Stop that. Don't chase the humans around. And the kids immediately stop chasing him. Sorry. And Luffy's like, they're such wimps.
They're
Don't say
such
pipsqueak. And Zoro's right there. Are these brats really from the village of warriors? And there's a giant there. Hey, you're not supposed to call us brats. And Usopp's saying, wait, this is weirding me out. Listen, you can call us pipsqueak humans. It's fine. You guys are going to go out to sea one day and fight ruffians, aren't you? No, we're not. That's dangerous. What? Aren't you the guys in the next generation of Elbaph warriors? Don't call us guys. What? It's not in anymore. Huh?
What?
Whose voice was that? It was an adult. What do you mean it's not in anymore? You should probably move. You're going to get yelled at. You're standing on top of Miss Ripley. Whoa! We're on top of a giant? Sorry. Yeah, we just see this giant woman laying down, kind of relaxed and lounging. Haha, it's fine. You're not heavy. Is this shocking to you? When the warriors of Elbaph were ransacking the world, that was 100 years ago. Walrus School biology teacher Ripley. Insults, violence, pillaging, war, that's just not the world we live in anymore. And she's picking Luffy up. He's like, what? Welcome. I heard about you from Saul. You must be the Straw Hat crew. Oh, there they are. And Ange's running up to, I don't know, intervene, I guess. Sorry our brats are so damn annoying. Hey, your tone of voice. Miss Ripley, that's mean. I teach by negative example. Oh.
What? Okay.
The great King Harold once said, don't fight other countries, trade with them. He got into many arguments with the village chiefs and their traditions. King Harold? He was a great king who tried to reform this country, and was killed by his own son before his dreams could be realized. But the country refused to give his son the throne, and so Elbaph has no king now. Okay, history lesson over. Go and show them around the school, kids. Yes, Miss Ripley. Go on now. Why aren't you in your white-haired form, Captain? I was looking forward to that. And Luffy's like, oh, that's my free form. There's a warrior who looks like that in Elbaph's mythology. Oh, yeah? It made my heart race. We're the last generation of warriors here. We're cutting away from that and going to Saul and Robin. Oh, so you've already heard most of the story. Basically, I fled for my life and managed to get here to Elbaph. But I couldn't help but worry about the books those scholars gave their lives to protect. So I asked Hashirdan's crew to take me back to Ohara. When I found all those tiny books clinging to life, I wept. Come on in, Robin, but watch out for that book. Hmm?
But watch
And,
out for that book.
what? So this book flying out of her hands? What's going on? I don't
I
understand.
can't tell. Is the book getting bigger?
Oh, maybe.
Why would
Yeah, I
it?
guess. I don't know, but Robin's surprised, Chopper's surprised.
Okay,
Um,
let's read on.
yeah, so it looks like Bonnie and Lilith are with him as well. Data she. Ain't it something? All those books are now giant-sized. Every book you bring in here turns huge. This is the wondrous Owl Library. In here you'll find all the texts that O'Hara protected 22 years ago. We searched all over the island to find every last one. You can check. They're all here. Ooh. This, and Robin's remembering Clover, this is the world's best library. You like books? And Saul's looking like he's about to cry. I can't believe I finally get to show this to you. And Robin's tearing up too.
Honestly, that's something magical. Getting able to see the Library of Ohara again.
Mm-hmm. No, I love that.
I didn't
And
think
we're
I'd cry
cutting.
for a fucking library. I cried for a boat. Why wouldn't I cry for a library?
Books are still on the table for making people cry. It works. Okay. So we're cutting back to the underworld. Ah, yes, you're almost as bored as me. Am I bothering you? Nah, I could use a conversation partner. And I've got all the time in the world. So yeah, we have Loki here chained to his tree talking to someone over a snail, it looks like. Are you still traumatized by that experience you were telling me about? I am. Even now the memory makes me tremble uncontrollably. So yeah, that's a snow transponder snail. Cold resistant speech recognition type. Hurts me to hear it too. I've never met you nor seen you, but through some twist of fate, we've been long friends. If I were there in your place, I'd have raced it to the ground and killed them all instead. I wasn't hoping for that much. And that's why you're so weak, Shaggy. Listen, you don't want to let these fools get away. You put them down for good or they'll come back for vengeance. Why, thank you. What? I've realized recently that those fearsome words of yours hide your kindness. Don't make me sick. How dare you suggest such a thing? I'll not have you sassing me like this. Me, kind? Never say that again. Please don't shout. Shut up! Just you wait until I get these chains off, Shaggy.
Okay, who the hell is Shaggy?
I don't know.
I'm thinking, it's coming through a transponder still, so he's mishearing him. There's been a lot of theories about Shiki showing up. Is that possible?
Potentially. He would be Shaggy too, I guess, right?
He would be Shaggy, but he's talking a little too kindly for what I expect Shiki to be.
True. Big point. Big true.
And I think this is the final confirmation we need that Loki's actually a good guy,
Mm-hmm.
which,
Alright.
was fairly obvious before. Let's continue
Shocking.
on.
Yeah.
Oh, what the
Western
oh, what the
Village.
shit is this?
Western Village, Elbaph. Hey, the feast hasn't started yet. We're just drinking as we wait. That's a little too much. We just see some hockey just flying up into the sky, some sparks. The giants are celebrating and drinking, but oh shit. Okay, we see some hooded figures showing up in looks like in a puff of smoke and fire. Oh my god, wait, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, no, they
Um
are on a pentagram.
some sort of pentagram. We see two figures in hooded robes, and yeah, there's a pentagram with the star, like the Gorosei had in Egghead. And one of them is Shanks, and I'm not sure who the other one is, if I'm being
Okay.
honest.
Now, before we declare that to be Shanks, I'm gonna take a second to point out it's got the same evil Shanks twin brother thing where we do not see his scars over his eye.
Is that the correct eye, though?
Yeah, no, so it's his left eye that has the scars. From
Well,
this
that's
angle, the tip should be visible. But this is the
mm,
second time we've seen a Shanks figure from this angle and not seen his scars.
okay.
So, may or may not be Shanks, but once is an accident, twice is kind of weird.
Hmm.
No idea who the other
Interesting.
person is. Shanks' sister?
He just has a whole family we don't know about.
Apparently, maybe.
I mean, he did have a dad we didn't know about, so it's not
Alleged dad could
impossible.
also be an uncle or a grandfather.
Or grandfather. Good call, good call.
Mother, maybe Emporio Ivankov got to him.
True. Maybe Crocodile when he was a woman.
Maybe Crocodile as Shanks' mom confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Not a lot to go over this chapter until this last freaking page.
Yeah.
Black hockey
Um,
coming out of the sky, teleporting like the freaking Gorosei, pentagrams, evil Shanks. What is going on?
I'd also would like to point out it looks like this is the throne room for Elbaph. Do you think that's correct here? Potentially?
Um, I mean, we're in a castle for sure.
We're in Western Village actually. Is that where is that where like the castle
Well,
is?
look at the black lightning striking down on the castle.
Yeah.
So we're in
Well,
a castle. I don't know if it's the castle. It appears that
yeah.
there's a throne right there. It's very obscured though.
I was only going to point out that if this were the main throne, I could see how, maybe the former king was beheaded or was slashed at, because you can see a very clear slash the upper right corner of that chair there. But if this isn't like the throne, I don't know. It's just a little fun detail.
Okay, I think you might be onto something there. Um, let's take a step back. Let's know Oda does love to like say one thing, make us believe one thing, and then flip that on its head just as soon as it's convenient for him. We know
Mm-hmm.
Loki killed his dad, but here we have two seemingly evil figures teleporting into what appears to be the throne room. Was Loki
Mm-hmm.
taking a swing at them and hit his dad? Was his dad like begging for death and Loki did a mercy kill?
Yeah, I could see that.
And now everybody thinks he's evil because he stole the devil fruit, but what it really was is it's an emergency, I have to act.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's it specifically, but I think that's the direction we're heading is Loki didn't want to kill him, he had to kill him or was tricked into.
Yeah, I could see that. That's very like Oda to present something as one way
Yeah.
and then flip it.
I mean, especially now that we're all but confirmed Loki is actually a good guy.
Yeah. So I guess then, is there anything like with our discovery of the Walrus Park and the libraries, or anything huge we need to discuss there? Do you think? So I feel like a lot of our conversation is going to be about that conversation Loki's having, and then the two hooded figures.
No, I don't feel like there's much going on here. I mean, we get the introduction with Saul and Robin, what, last week, 2 weeks ago, last week?
Mm-hmm.
So we get that, and now it's the same scene, but we've gotten the big emotional impact out of the way. So it's time to go back to exploring the world. So we see the school, we see the library, we meet the children and the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And while I'm confident, the teacher will have some role to play. We learned stuff in the library. Right now, it just feels like we're walking around exploring the world.
Real quick,
Go ahead.
I forgot about the Vegapunk perfect copy recreation.
Oh yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind. That's gonna be like the original Stella body, right? Like perfect
I
recreation. Now that I'm rereading that.
Perfect recreation. Yeah. I don't know if that
So
includes Applehead or if that includes his regular head.
yeah, and will he still have? This just brings in the nature of Devil fruits. I don't know. Does he? Because does Lilith technically have the brain fruit now, or I don't? I'm very confused
Yeah,
about all of this.
that we're gonna have to wait and see on.
Yeah. Um.
But yeah, so don't get me wrong. The things that happened here not irrelevant, but I think fairly simple, easy to understand, and we'll dig deeper into them later. But yet, absolutely, the real meat and potatoes is that singular last page. And not a single line of dialogue matters.
hmm Yeah. Yeah. That stuff. That final page. Yeah. So what's up? Are we led to believe then that since they can? Oh, okay. Wait. Hold on. Because I was wondering what the nature of that ability that could teleport them there was. Is that something they could use that the people that are there could use? Or is it something the Gorosei can just do? They can just send people
Okay,
around.
so good question. Good question. let's not forget during the time skip, Brook was sent to a bunch of devil worshippers who also were using a pentagram to summon something. It just coincidentally looked like it was Brook.
Right.
So maybe pentagrams are just a summoning thing you can do.
Hmm. That is a fair point to consider.
Maybe the Gorosei can just, teleport each other to each other without performing any ritual. They can just summon them.
Yeah.
But did the
Yeah.
Gorosei send them here? Did they do that? Who made the pentagram that's here if it wasn't the Gorosei at a distance?
Yeah, and that would dude, this brings up so
Wait,
many
no, no,
questions.
no, 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 no. Okay, Harold, King Harold, the guy who's assassinated, we're told didn't want to do war, was like find other nations and trade with them.
Hmm.
Lets in these seeming ambassadors who then immediately, oh yeah, no, guy, we're gonna
Mm.
draw this thing on your floor. It's gonna be great for both countries. We can come and go as we please.
Ah,
Assassinated,
frame Loki for it. Yeah.
framed Loki for it. Cut off the head of Elbaph. Refused to let the crown go anywhere else. Now your biggest threat's out of the way.
Yeah, I could see that, especially if they have a Nika like figure in their mythology. They could view them as an even more extreme threat and refuse to have them communicate with other
Yeah.
countries. I could see that.
I'm proud of that. I'm confident in that one. That's simple enough that I've just put the
Hmm.
pieces together, but that's not really a theory. That's just compiling evidence to come to a non-factual conclusion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I like that. I like that a lot.
Okay, still though, I think this chapter confirms Evil Shanks.
Yeah,
Not no,
that's
sorry, not Evil Shanks. Shanks is evil twin. Like
Evil Twin. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um because like come on, we've seen him twice now, both times hooded. We know Shanks is off doing Bartolomeo things.
Hmm.
I can't imagine he teleports back without the crew or his scars.
Yeah. And this brings up. So then, because I'm still relatively. This is like my maybe second time hearing about this Evil Shanks
Okay,
twin
yeah.
thing. So that was him then at the Reverie talking to the Gorosei.
Yes, that would have been evil Shanks, because they never say, like, oh, it's you, Shanks. They're like,
Hmm.
someone of your position shouldn't be here, which implies pirate. But what
Yes.
if he's, a member of the Holy Knights and you shouldn't be here because you should be doing Holy Knight stuff right now?
Right.
He's like, I want to talk to you about a certain pirate. Again, if you're a pirate and you're Shanks, we're thinking you're talking about Luffy, you're talking about Blackbeard, especially at the time, you're probably talking about Blackbeard. But what if
Hmm.
this guy finally saw Shanks's wanted poster and was like, why is he me? Why are there two of me? What if, he didn't know there was a twin? They were just like, under the rug, never talk about that again.
Yeah.
But from that angle, granted, the eye is covered with this, but we should have seen the scars coming up over his forehead. We do
Hmm.
not see that there or here. That is the only piece of evidence.
Okay.
That he's somewhere Shanks should never be. That he, is obscured on the half of him that's a dead giveaway. And that's it.
Gotcha. Okay.
I feel like there's a third thing, but yeah, no, this all but solidifies. I was willing to accept it before, but this solidifies it for me.
Yeah. And see if it was just this shot of him here where like his face is turned and we don't see like the tips of his scar, like I might be a little doubtful, but the fact that we have that other appearance with the Gorosei makes me wonder. I'm gonna
Uh,
try and find that
what I'm
chapter.
really looking forward to here, so we get Evil Shanks going on a rampage,
Hmm.
and he goes and he punches that kid in the bar, and everyone's like, "No, Shanks, why? Why are you doing that?" And Luffy, just knows this isn't Shanks, and we just get to see the Luffy v Shanks fight where he just hard decks him.
Yeah, no, that could be how we get our Luffy Shanks fight.
Yeah, no, I don't think we'll ever get a true Luffy Shanks fight, but I would be satisfied with Luffy Evil Shanks's twins fight,
Yeah, yeah, I could be fine with that.
especially if Luffy gets to wipe the floor with him and just like, bam, Nika, you right in the Nika.
Oh,
Okay, you got anything else?
Um, do we have any other concrete theories on who Loki's talking to?
Oh, that's right. The whole Loki talking to. I got so obsessed with Shanks there. Oh, I mean, okay. Let's just run through every potential candidate. I think it's too late to be introducing just a slew of new characters.
Hmm.
Like on the islands, sure, of course, but this appears to be someone off island.
Yes.
Uh, so Shiki is an option who would definitely be looking shaggy. Um, oh, let's not
Traumatized.
forget he might have told him his real name and it's not disrupted by a transponder snail, but he might be doing like another Luffy thing where it's like, I don't know your name, Shaggy. Okay, could be Scopper Gaban. I mean, he had long hair. They've never seen each other face to face though, so why would he call him Shaggy?
Yeah.
And then of course there's that mysterious man that Crocus was hanging out with in his one panel cover story thingy.
Yeah, that we
Uh,
still have no
but
idea
that could
about.
be Scopper or Shiki themselves.
Hmm.
Who else? I guess we're still missing a number of legends from Rocks. I have no idea. The
Yeah.
only direction I'm looking in is Shiki right now. I'm ready and willing to be wrong about that, but I've got nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, we have this clue where Loki's asking if they're still traumatized by that experience, and they say yes, even though the memory makes me tremble uncontrollably. Um, and then Loki's like, "Yeah, I'd have razed it all to the ground and killed everyone." They were like, "Oh, I wasn't hoping for that much." So it doesn't scream Shiki to me. I know we
No,
haven't
no,
had
it
an
doesn't.
official canon appearance of Shiki, really,
Yeah, no,
um,
like you're right, you're right.
but it makes me wonder
Raised
what
it to the ground and killed them all.
traumatizing experience could he be referring to?
And what traumatizing experience does somebody else wish wasn't? I wish we could have raised them to the ground and killed them all, but just that we got away instead.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Now,
God, I just.
and they've never met nor seen each other, but
But
hmm,
he has a snail on the island. How did you get that there?
yeah, no, I don't know.
I've got no direction to go in. Lot of like, give me some time to think. Maybe we'll put out a tweet later in the week with our theories. But on the spot, I'm coming up with nothing.
Now, how about this? The memory makes them tremble uncontrollably. My head goes to the tremor fruit. Could it be a former Whitebeard pirate? Could it be someone that was there at Marineford? Which I don't
Ace,
know.
it's Ace.
It's
It's
Ace
Ace.
confirmed.
I swear to fucking God, if Ace is alive, I might stop reading.
I might too, honestly. That would be awful.
Like, there is a 0% chance. But
Mhm.
if.
What if? Um, hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. A lot of questions here. I don't have any good answer for it.
Nope, I've got nothing. Yeah,
Uh,
I've got nothing. Okay. Uh, God, the nickname doesn't make any sense, but everything else just it's only because I said Ace. I'm now thinking, don't tell me this is Ace. Like it's not Ace. It's not Ace.
it's not.
There is no way we undo all of Luffy's emotional growth.
Absolutely not. Yeah, that would
Zero
be.
percent. That is a must have in the series. That is Uncle Ben dying. The story doesn't make sense without it.
It is anchored on that at this point. Yeah.
Just go back to Wano like, sorry, Tama, you were right. My bad for yelling at you.
Oop. You're right. My bad.
Okay. Any closing thoughts?
No, actually, real quick, if I may, the
Well,
next
guys,
piece of
thanks
One
for
Piece.
tuning in. We read chapter 1134 today. If you have any idea who's on the other end of that transponder snail, let us know down in the comments. If you want to see more One Piece and other various TV show and movie reviews, as well as a lot of gameplay, be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on them notifications, and we will see you next time.
See you next time.
Hey everybody, it's John from Obscure Reference. Austin wants us to start including these end cards at the end of our videos, and that in these end cards I'm supposed to tell you to click here to subscribe, and click over here for another one of our delightful videos. Some things he didn't tell me to do include this, and this.